Agus asked me to just give a statement, so I don't have a complete presentation here, but I would like to have a presentation later on. Agus, please invite me again. Yes, in a changing climate, I'm sorry, so because it's the statement, so I just want to read my statement here. In a changing climate, countries are seeking to reduce the amount of greenhouse gas emissions they release into the atmosphere. Having the ability to measure emissions allows countries to better manage their emissions. So I think we don't have yet until now the kind of accounting system in Indonesia, especially for land-based sector. In our country, Indonesia, a country with high forest cover and high rates of deforestation, forests are playing an important role in its efforts to achieve its emissions reduction target. Under the Indonesian National Carbon Accounting System, INCAS program, the Indonesia-Australia Forest Carbon Partnership, IFCP, is providing funding and technical support to build Indonesia's capacity to develop and operate our own sovereign national level forest carbon accounting system. So I would like to underline sovereign here. The INCAS program is working with partner agencies, the Forestry Research and Development Agency, FORDA, within the Ministry of Forestry, the Indonesian National Space Agency, LAPAN, and others to build this capacity as a central function of the Indonesian government. In doing so, the INCAS program is developing a pilot forest carbon accounting system designed to support the government of Indonesia's future national MRV framework. This pilot system will comply with international good practice guidelines and is being developed with sufficient flexibility to be able to meet Indonesia's future emission measurement and reporting requirements as they evolve. The three main components of the pilot system and the INCAS program's support are determining the size and location of land cover change event across Indonesia on an annual basis, estimating the change in biomass in these areas, and the third one, analyzing these changes and the forest activities that cause them through carbon modeling to generate emission estimates from forests in Indonesia. Progress to date includes the early development of the pilot system for forest cover Kalimantan. The intention is to eventually expand this pilot across the rest of the Indonesia and the broader land sector. Furthermore, LAPAN, with the support of the INCAS program and the Ministry of Forestry, has generated annual land cover change maps for Kalimantan and Sumatra islands over the last decade. Similar maps are being developed for the rest of Indonesia, with those for Papua and Sulawesi also near completion. The rest of Indonesia for the period 2000 to 2012 is on schedule for completion by mid next year. These maps will form crucial input the INCAS pilot system and are available to support other emission reduction activities and sustainable land use planning efforts in Indonesia. The INCAS program has also supported FORDA to publish a monograph and national guideline. Here the monograph, if you would like to have one, just contact me here or Haruni, this is in the back. So it will be give our measurement on emission more accurate, because this is based on Indonesia itself. We don't need to cite for example, other countries' equation, because we already have it. Here is available in I hope on the table, hopefully. So, as I mentioned, national guidelines on the use of allometric equation specific to Indonesia. So this is specific to Indonesia. These equations are used to estimate forest biomass content from easily measured forest characteristics. These estimates will then be used as a key input to model carbon emissions from areas where change in forest cover has been detected. Capacity building has also been provided to Indonesian government officials and experts in the use of forest carbon modeling tools and methods for estimating forest emission. This modeling process integrates the forest cover change analysis with the knowledge of on-ground biomass content and forest activities to produce estimates of emission from human influences on the forest. The pilot system will not only be capable of supporting Indonesia's future MRV framework, but will provide a pilot account of historical greenhouse gas emissions from forests in Indonesia. Having this credible source of information about deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions will be a valuable contribution to support Indonesia in making informed decisions about the management of our greenhouse gas emission and our forests. Reliable and comprehensive information sources are essential to sustainable development efforts. Having a credible forest carbon accounting system can benefit Indonesia in many ways, including supporting participation in future carbon markets and funds such as REDD+, tracking progress towards emissions reduction targets and possible international treaties, informing international climate change and REDD+ negotiation, generating reference emission level. How can we generate the reference emission level if we don't have the accounting system? Sustainable land use planning and informing domestic policy development. I would like, finally, to acknowledge that the INCAS program works closely with like-minded international expertise who are sharing their lessons learned from developing their own carbon accounting systems. However, I would like to stress that these lessons are intended to only to guide the Indonesian government to develop our own sovereign system, which meets Indonesia's specific emission reporting requirements and is consistent with our own unique biophysical environment in Indonesia. Thank you very much.